Hi, again I am at my testing ground Timby Lake, and today it's kind of sunny day, and today I am doing quite a bit interesting comparison between my two bodies, my two camera bodies. One is like Sony A9, which is I bought 5 years ago in 2017, and with my new Nikon Z9. And in this comparison I'll be utilizing single lens, that is Sony's 200-600. Nikon's 200-600 is not available yet, so probably it will be come out soon, and then I'll do the testing on that. But Sony 200-600 I'll be utilizing using a Megadap version 2 adapter, and yeah, I have been using Sony A9 since last 5 years, so I know its AF capability. And for this comparison I'll be keeping subject recognition off, so there will be no animal detect available on both the camera. So I'll turn off that setting. I'll be setting up AFC, AI servo mode, and wide area zone, and I'll be testing two parameters. One is image quality and AF acquisition and speed. I don't think so AF speed would be different, and I don't have EVF recording, so I can't show you that, but based on my experience I'll share the details. So first I am doing testing with A9, and you can see this is my Sony A9, and this is kind of my testing ground. You can able to see that there is a tall grass in between the subject and my camera. So we will see how it actually grab the focus from this grass. So it would be kind of interesting or difficult task for AF system to go through from this grass and keep the track of particular subject. So let's see. Now I am testing 200-600 with Nikon Z9 using Megadap Mark II adapter, and in both the cameras I have kept subject tracking to the lock on. The tracking to the lock on, not subject tracking but tracking to lock on, and the subject type is steady I have kept, because I can predict path of duck's flight. So that's one thing. I'll be interesting in finding out whether this extra megapixel help me to give better image quality in terms of when subject is far away. And I am running firmware version 3 on my Nikon Z9 and firmware version 6.0 on Sony A9. And this is kind of my Nikon Z9, and on Sony 200-600 you can hardly able to notice this Megadap adapter, because it's kind of only 2 mm in the width, and it's not pretty much visible, so looks like a native lens on my Nikon Z9. We are back on the computer, And let's first review the images captured via Sony A9 and Sony 200-600 G lens. And this is a sequence where purple moorhen has is actually coming towards me, and uh, you can see the whole sequence is pretty sharp. Though the birds is going between the grasses, and Sony A9 has is actually keeping track of this particular bird. Sony A9 is not losing focus from this particular bird, and if I zoom, then again bird is very sharp in all the images. Occasionally it has lose some of the photograph, but those photographs are minorly out of focus. Otherwise, like most of them are pretty sharp. So these are unedited images, and there are many flybys I have captured. So let's review the processed images from Sony A9 and 200-600. First image is female Gargne, which has give me a good close flyby, and A9 has captured entire sequence. I really like the downwing positions of the bird, and so I have processed couple of them, and you can see there are plenty of details, and yeah, this combo is very famous, and we have a lot of reviews, and so we know that it is pretty good. This is one of the image which is captured from the sequence that we have reviewed, and it is uh, it is again pretty sharp. Just to give you idea about like how Sony A9 and Sony 200-600 performs in the real life, and this is a pheasant tail jacana, which has again very close to me, and you can see there are a lot of glass patches, and bird is going from those patches, and Sony 9 has keep track of this bird in the entire sequence. Again, very beautiful bird, and Sony A9 has nailed this particular image. This male pintail was very far, and I have cropped around 80 to 90%. But even though it is very far, Sony A9 tracked this bird very well. Uh, so again, thumbs up for good tracking of Sony A9. Now let's check how Z9 perform in this similar situation with similar lens, and how the images from Nikon Z9 comes out. Let's review the images captured via Nikon Z9 and Sony 200-600 mm lens, and this is a raw images, a particular sequence I am going through the, and this is a purple moorhen which is going from the uh, various grass, and you can see it is coming out very sharp. Z9 did very good job of tracking with Megadap version 2 adapter, and I don't see any difference in the autofocus between the E9 and Z9. In the real life, there is not much difference. Uh, Z9 has tracked purple moorhen very well. The bird is coming towards me, and in the both the sequence it did a pretty good job. And yeah, you can see the it is a 600 mm and it's wide open. Now let's review some of the image which is processed. So this particular pintail, female pintail, is about cropped around 50 to 60%. And if I zoom to the 100%, I can see good amount of details. It's pretty sharp. I'm not hesitating using this particular lens on my Z9. So Megadap adapter also did very good job in tracking of this particular birds. These birds are very far, so it's the crop I have did is around like 60 to 70%, and still I'm retaining good amount of details because of 45 megapixels of Nikon Z9. This one is a processed one, and still I'm getting a good amount of detail. This is a black drongo which is coming towards me, and whole sequence I got each and every shot track sharp. Yeah, so highly recommended combo if you are having like a Sony system and the Nikon system, and you want to switch the lenses between. Um, Nikon Z9 system is pretty new, and there are a lot of glass which is still missing in the Nikon Z system. So you can have the Sony glass and you can use in both the system via Megadap version 2 adapter.